Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be talking foundation, the stuff that makes us perfect and beautiful and a better person. I know, I wear it myself. So it's going to be in the same vein as the concealer video, but bear in mind that this is just a video on makeup. No point having a nosebleed. Speaking of nosebleeds, so it seems like I upset somebody called Real Diva Bitch because she left this message for me. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems quite harsh to me on a video on concealer. You're going to give yourself a nosebleed, miss. Calm down. So, bear in mind that this is just makeup, so it washes off, and you should also do whatever you want. Now, anybody who knows me and has watched me for a while will know, do what you want. It's just a video. Who cares? So, foundation. I think it's more difficult in this day and age, the Instagram, the social media day and age, to kind of, especially for younger people, I think to kind of understand what foundation is and its uses. And I think there's also the case of, you want to emulate the people that you look up to. So whether it's the Instagram stars or the YouTubers or whatever it is, and people want to emulate them, so they copy and do the things that they do. So let's talk foundation, shall we? Let me get my hands on one first. I don't know if this is my shade, but we'll soon find out. And if it isn't, you'll let me know. I know you will. You're good on the keyboard. Okay, so the purpose of foundation truly is to even out a skin tone. It's to make one look more beautiful. That's it. It is not really designed to erase every feature and every pore on the face. And I think that a lot of people think foundation really is meant to erase everything and then you kind of rebuild back. So what I want you to do, and we'll go along and have a little bit of a giggle, but let's think about something that I've mentioned before. So in the concealer video, I mentioned something about what you blend extends, and that goes with everything: concealer, foundation, eyeshadow. Whenever you blend something, it moves and it shifts. Now with foundation, and I spoke about this before, what you need to think about is your MED, so your medium effective dose. And that is the least amount of product that will give you the maximum amount of benefit. Because anytime you go over the MED, you are in effect just wasting product, wasting money, because you've already found the perfect amount, whether it's 1 pump or 2, whatever it is. So any more than that is redundant because you've already created the perfect visage. So you don't need to add more product. That makes sense? I know that makes sense. But oftentimes what we'll see is we see people applying their foundation and they apply it so heavy that there's no room for anything left. So you can't blend anymore because there's so much on. Let's have a look. I'm going to use NC25. So that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to give it a good shake and then I'm going to apply it. So this makes a great thumbnail. And we see it on Instagram like all the time. I love a good thumbnail, as you all know. So we apply it just like we see loads of it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, how much is that? That's a lot of product, Oh, these were clean. Honest to God, when you have to do your own washing, it's no fun at all. No fun. And then we blend. So whether we blend with our fingers or a brush or a beauty blender, the problem is when so much has been applied, there's no room for it to go anywhere. Because where can it go? The back of our heads? It's only going to go into our hairline. It's a lot of product, There's no way of escaping it. It's just like, it's a lot of product. I think this is going to get me a man. No, it's really not. All it's going to do is get you in a doctor's appointment and a 12-day course of antibiotics. That's what it's going to get you. Even if we use a beauty blender, all that's going to happen is we're going to be absorbing a lot of that product, which makes you think, well, why use that much product to begin with? Because you're just going to absorb it, right? And remember, even when you are kind of, going in with the beauty blender to try and blend it out, to try and make it, more natural, you have to bear in mind that, remember, this is a beauty blender. It's not a magician. So you see, we always need room in order to move things along. I'm going to get rid of some of that because I wasn't impressed. And here's another thing that's interesting. I didn't get rid of very much at all, did it? Have a little think about this. So say you're applying your foundation just as you saw, which was gorgeous. do you really need to apply it underneath your eye? Because if you're already going to apply a huge amount of concealer under that area, then you're just adding another layer on top of that layer that you already have. So you might as well just omit all of this area here and then just apply a concealer afterwards, because then you've got one layer on instead of 2 or 3 or 4. You know who you are, but you get where I'm going with that, right? So always try. What a gorgeous sight there is staring back at me in that mirror. I'm not going to lie to you. Totally doable. No, not at all. So try and remember a couple of things when you're going about your foundation routine. One, it's only makeup, so do whatever you want. Don't pay a single word, don't pay any attention to what I say. But number 2, minimum effective dose. Very important with everything. Never use more than you need unless you really want to, because you've already found the dose that, I can't believe my face, you've already found the dose that looks perfect. So doing anything more than that is just a waste of time and a waste of your money. And remember that there always has to be movement in the face, which is oftentimes why you see foundation being applied to the center of the face and then blended outwards, so it has room to move. Unless you have completely no hair at all, when you're doing that full face of makeup, you can only pull it backwards, right? So just give it a thought. There you go. That's the ramblings of somebody who's got issues, and that's me. And I know there's a few of you out there who are going to leave me some nasty messages again. I'll tell you, I'm not impressed with it, but I put up with it because I don't know why, actually. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate your time, and I'll see you all soon. And don't forget, back in the old days, to thumbs up, share, and subscribe if you're already not subscribed to me, because I think I'm marvellous. And I know you agree. Not all of you though, do you? No, you don't. You can't please them all, you know? You just can't. You can't make butter with a toothpick. That's my saying. There you go. See you next time. Bye-bye.